when you come here to, they've done all the categories for you. So lawyers, dentists, restaurants, plumbers, electrician, mechanics, hairdressers. Okay, the list goes on and on and on and on. Okay, again, I've got a template that you can input into ChatGPT, and ChatGPT will generate an email body for you guys. Okay, so again, I'm asking ChatGPT to take on the persona as an experienced chef looking for employment. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kwame Chumesi. So most of you guys DM'd me, emailed me saying that you've applied to a lot of this visa sponsorship jobs, so you're not getting any response. Guys, I didn't say the process was going to be easy. Yeah, it's never easy, guys, because you have to know that it's you against thousands of people, okay, basically applying for the exact same job. Okay, so if you see a job ad on seek.com.au or on workforceaustralia.com.au, just know that you are not the only applicant. Thousands and thousands of people are basically applying for the exact same job. So what do you need to do? I want you guys to just sit down and think outside of the box. From my experience living in Australia, I've noticed that 90% of employers in Australia do not advertise their job vacancies online. Okay, only 10% of these companies do advertise for job vacancies. So what I want you guys to do is to actually go search for a company that offers the services you have expertise in, or you have a skill set in. Email this company and market yourself to these companies. How are you going to do this? Do not worry, I'm going to show you how to do this, how to search for the company, and also with the help of ChatGPT, we're going to put together a nice email that will help us get a response from these employers. If this is something you're looking at, or if you are really serious of migrating to Australia, then please do not go anywhere. Stick around because you love the content I'm going to bring to you. I'll see you soon. We're going to use ChatGPT to help us draft like a compelling email to these sort of companies that will help us get a reply from them. Okay, but before that, let's say that I'm a chef. Okay, so I'm a chef living in China or living in Ghana, Nigeria, Pakistan, India, and I want to get a visa sponsorship job in Australia as a chef. Okay, so what do I need to do? If you're applying for a job and you're not getting a response, there's a website called yellowpages.com.au. so go on yellowpages.com.au. Yellow Pages is fantastic. Okay, a lot of the businesses that runs in Australia have listed their details on Yellow Pages. It's awesome. Okay, so let's say I'm a chef living overseas and I want to look for an employer to sponsor me. In this case, the employer, they haven't advertised for any job vacancies, but this is me thinking outside of the box and reaching out to these employers and selling myself. So I'm basically going to look for an employer and I'm going to market myself to them so they can sponsor me to come to Australia. All right, so when you come to Yellow Pages, it's pretty straightforward. You can enter maybe restaurants and also select a location, which is awesome. When you come here to, they've done all the categories for you. So lawyers, dentists, restaurants, plumbers, electrician, mechanics, hairdressers. Okay, the list goes on and on and on and on. Okay, but in this regards, I'll just come to the top section here. Let's say I'm looking for restaurants. Okay, and as you can see, they've got different types of restaurants here. You can select, but I'll just go generic and select restaurants. And let's say I'm targeting a regional area. So let's say I'll type in South Australia. You need to be smart with this sort of things. Okay, South Australia. So I'm looking for restaurants that are based in South Australia. So I go search, and boom, this is going to give me a list of restaurants, okay, that are based in South Australia. So Great River Korean Barbecue Restaurant. So you can actually reach out to this employer and sell yourself to them. Okay, you sell yourself to them and they might sponsor you. All right, so yeah, they've got their details here. You can email them, as you can see. Okay, you can view their website. They've got their address here. So the list goes on and on and on and on and on and on. Okay, so use Yellow Pages to search for employers, and trust me, if you can market yourself properly, you get an employer to sponsor you. So in this regards, let's say Great River Korean Barbecue. Okay, so I can go on their website. Yep, check their website, look at the sort of cuisines they have. They should have a contact us page. Okay, so go to their contact us page, and most of these companies will leave their email. Voila. So when you look here, they've got their email here. So info@greatriverkoreanbarbecue.com.au. okay, they've got their email down here too, as you can see. Okay, so I'll copy this email, paste it somewhere, and I'll put together a nice email and sell myself to this company. I'm going to come back here again, but let me also share ways you can also search for these sort of employers. So the first one is Yellow Pages. The second one is Seek. Okay, so you can actually go on seek.com.au. By this time around, we are not, we are not going to search for a job, because we are looking for employers. Okay, so when you come down here, it says find your next employer. So just go see more. All right, so you can search for a company here. All right, they've got heaps and heaps of companies. So when you come here, search for a company, you can see all popular companies. You have the list of all popular companies here, and you can the list goes on. So you can actually click on any of these companies. Okay, and what I also like doing is when you come to the top section here, I'm looking for restaurants. Okay, so I'll just type in restaurants, and again, Seek has even started giving me list of restaurants here. Let me just add S to it. Okay, so I'll just go search. Okay, and when you come here, so these are the 4 companies you mention in restaurant, but when you come down here to, there are 142 reviews that mentions restaurants. Yeah, so take your time and search through these reviews. Okay, or search through the companies. There's also another website. This is a government website. It's called ASIC.gov.au. Okay, so this is a government website. So this basically has when I say every registered company in Australia. Okay, so you can actually come here and also do a deep dive for yourself. So when you come here, what you can do is go to companies. Do not just go to the search button here, come to ASIC Connect. Okay, so under ASIC Connect, go to companies and organizations, click on that. All right, so when you come to the search ASIC registers, you go to select organizations and business names, select that one, and now they've done this search so you can search for a specific company. So if you want to know the details of a specific company, you can search for that. But in this case, we are just looking for companies that got restaurants in their business name. So I'll just type in restaurant here. I'll go. Awesome. Okay, so go, and this has given me 10 results. But I'll go to the bottom here, I'll select 50. Yeah, so it's going to give me all companies that has got restaurants in them. It's going to have their status, if they are still registered or they are deregistered, and also their location, their address. Okay, so you can actually click on one of these restaurants. So let's say Top Restaurant. Okay, so this one is Piccolo Ristorante and Pasta. All right, so you can click on this one. They normally have their ABN. So what I'll do is I'll go on the name, then I'll go on Google, and I'll just type in the name there. Google should be able to find this restaurant. Voila. Yeah, so Piccolo Ristorante. Then we go website. So this should be able to give us okay, so this is an Italian restaurant, as you can see, .com.au, an Italian restaurant based in Australia. Now let's see if we can find their email somewhere. So here, piccolorestaurante22@gmail.com. So what I'll basically do is, if I'm a chef and I'm able to do cook, I know the Italian cuisine, I'll send them an email to market myself. I hope you guys get the gist of what I'm trying to do here. Okay, so we're trying to look for potential companies we have experience in. Okay, then we actually email them. They are not advertising for a vacancy, but we'll email them to to sell ourselves to these companies. So now let's say I found a company and I want to I want to send them an email. Okay, so I'll use ChatGPT. Okay, so we have a smart AI that can actually help us putting together an email so we can get a response from these companies. So I'll head on to ChatGPT, guys. If you don't know how to register or don't know how to use ChatGPT, I already did a video on that. Okay, so to learn how to register on ChatGPT, I'm going to leave a link at the top section and also a link in the description section. Just click on that so you know how to register on ChatGPT. Okay, guys, so we found an employer we can work with. So what we need to do now is to send an email to this employer, basically marketing ourselves. Okay, telling this employer of our experience and how we can be of benefit to his or her company. So we're going to basically send an email to this employer. So I've gone to Gmail, I've opened my email. What we need to do is go on the employer's website. Okay, select their email address. We go to Gmail where it says to. Yep, you paste their email there. Now we need a subject line. Okay, and we're going to use ChatGPT to help us with a subject line. So what I'll basically do is I'll go on ChatGPT. Okay, and we need to input something here, but because I love you guys so much, I've put together a template that you can actually tweak a little bit to suit the sort of experience or the sort of job you are looking for. Okay, so this is me telling ChatGPT to take on the persona of an experienced chef looking for an employment. So I'm basically telling GPT to pretend to be an experienced chef looking for an employment. Okay. So when we come down here, I'm saying that help me draft 10 ideas in a list for email subject lines related to my experience as a chef that will make the reader want to click on the email. The output should include relevant industry language. The writing style is witty and charming, targeted towards restaurant owners. So this is me basically telling ChatGPT to give me 10 examples or ideas of email subject lines as an experienced chef. Okay, that will make the reader, okay, in this regards, my employer, click on my email. Okay, so where I've highlighted yellow, you can just put the sort of, if let's say if you're a barber, you're a chef, you're a baker, you're a plumber, yeah, you are carer, what sort of industry you guys are in, you can just change it here. You can put your experience and you can also tweak this a little bit. Okay, actually let me make this highlight this one too. All right, so I'll just copy this, go back to ChatGPT, okay, and paste it here. All right, then we'll go enter. Okay, so straight away ChatGPT is giving me 8 email headlines. All right, so the first one is hungry for a skilled chef. Let me spice up your kitchen. This is a great one. Okay, so this is like, ooh, this will help the employer click on my email. All right, so the second one is master chef seeking new culinary adventure. Get ready to taste the difference with my culinary skills. Okay, so this is ChatGPT using industry term language. All right, so these are amazing. Okay, all right, so you can go either regenerate response. All right, so I'm telling him to give me more examples. Okay, all right, so ready to spice up your kitchen, chef, then your name at your service. This is really good. So these are all really good. Okay, so you can still play along, play with it. I can just go, can you list more? Can you list more? And they'll go ahead and list more. Okay, yeah, they'll go ahead and list more. So just select one of these to suit yourself. All right, so I'll go with this one. So that one, then we'll go back to our email. So the subject line, I'm going to paste it here. I'll remove this. So looking for a chef who can deliver, look no further than chef. Okay, then I'll put my name, Kwame. All right, so we've got a subject line here. Now we need to put together an email body. Again, I've gone ahead to do all the hard work for you guys. Okay. All right. So when we come down here to, again, I've got a template that you can input into ChatGPT, and ChatGPT will generate an email body for you guys. Okay. So again, I'm asking ChatGPT to take on the persona as an experienced chef looking for employment. Okay, help me draft 200 word max, high quality, persuasive email to increase the likelihood of a response. So I'm telling ChatGPT to give me a 200 word quality persuasive email that will get me a reply from the from the employer. The output should include the relevant information from my professional experience. Okay. The writing style is professional but approachable, targeted towards professionals in the hospitality industry. It should include the following dot point. So this is basically me telling ChatGPT to add this dot point to the email ChatGPT is going to put together. So I'm basically saying here, let me also highlight this for you guys. I'm basically saying that I worked 5 years running my own restaurant in China. So this is me pretending to be from China. Worked 3 years. Let me increase this, okay, to maybe 6 years. Worked 6 years in various restaurants as a head chef. Okay. I specialize in the Asian cuisine. I am a fast learner. Okay, so you can add more relevant points you want ChatGPT to add to the sort of email ChatGPT is going to put together for you. So I'm basically going to copy this. Then we head into ChatGPT. All right. Then I'll go enter. Now let's ChatGPT put together a nice email for us. So this is us doing nothing. Okay. So we are using our searching skills and also using AI to help us draft all this. Isn't this amazing? Voila, ChatGPT is done. Okay, so if you don't like this, you can go regenerate response, or you can go, can you write another email? Okay, and ChatGPT is going to put together another email for you. So dear hiring manager, I'm excited to express my interest in your restaurant as a chef. With over a decade of experience in it, my specialty is in Asian cuisine. I am passionate about bringing the flavors and techniques of this rich. Okay, so I cannot read all, guys, but this sounds so good. Okay, so take your time, read through, and if you need to tweak it a little bit, or you can just go regenerate response, and ChatGPT is still going to put together a different style, email for you. So all I have to do is just come here, copy this. This sounds perfect to me. Okay, then I'll go paste. So this is like a nice email. Okay, so dear hiring manager, awesome. Or you can go dear restaurant owner, something like that. Yours sincerely, Kwame Chumisi. Then what I'll get you to do is to add your number here. So it can be +233, or you can add your number. In this email, do not talk about sponsorship. Okay, you are basically selling yourself to the employer. Okay, so do not mention anything about sponsorship now. Let the employer, sell yourself to the employer, so the employer can reply to your email, start having a conversation with the employer. Okay, give the employer more details. Okay, make the employer want to to hire you. So when you get a positive response from the employer, then you let the employer know that you are seeking a sponsorship. Okay, there's something called visa subclass 4A2. Most of these employees do not even know that there's something called visa subclass 4A2. So when the employer is happy to bring you on board, you've sold yourself to the employer. Then you tell the employer you are looking for visa sponsorship 4A2. Now, if you've done a good job as to selling yourself to the employer, trust me, the employer will take you through the necessary process. Okay, because just know that with visa subclass 4A2, both you and the employer got a role to play. The employer will need to submit documents to the government, and the government will need to approve of the employer. Once the government approves the employer will need to nominate you, and the employer will also take you through the visa process. And trust me, with no time you'll be on your way to Australia. So this was like basically a short tutorial to show you guys how to think outside of the box and how to reach out to companies by you selling and marketing yourself to these companies. If you find this tutorial useful, you know what to do. Click on that subscribe button, ring on the notification bell so you do not miss out when I release another useful content. I'll see you in my next tutorial. Bye.